Imagine for a second that you just handed your 12-year-old a set of car keys and you tell them to go ahead and just figure it out on a highway by themselves in the middle of the night. None of us would ever do that, and it's obviously highly dangerous. Yet we do the digital equivalent of that every single day. We need real enforced age limits on social media if we want to protect the way that our kids are growing up, both mentally and emotionally. We all live in a world run by these apps, but if the next generation is struggling, that is a problem that's going to land on all of our doorsteps. I've been researching health journals and brain research to understand what actually happens when a child's developing brain meets a social media algorithm. I want to look at mental health crisis kids are facing online, how age limits can actually fix this, and finally what a world will look like where kids get to just be kids. The reality is that leaving kids to wander social media with zero restriction is creating a massive public health headache. According to the 2023 advisory from the U.S. Surgeon General, teenagers who spend more than 3 hours a day on social media face double the risk of feeling depressed or anxious. It's not just a coincidence. The National Institutes of Health reported in 2024 that for every extra hour a kid spends on these apps, there's a 13% jump in depression symptoms. The problem is that kids are literally built to get hooked on these apps before the part of their brain that handles self-control is finished growing. That is why setting a hard age limit at 16 or above is so important. It gives them a much-needed break. As Yale Medicine pointed out in 2024, adolescents are biologically wired to seek out rewards of social media, like the likes and comments, long before the prefrontal cortex is developed. Waiting until 16 gives parents and teachers time they need to actually be kids, or gives parents and teachers the time that they need to actually teach children how to be safe, and it stops tech companies from quietly profiling them before they even understand what it means. Imagine a world where we actually stuck to these limits. We'd see students who are actually present in the real world, not constantly obsessing over how they compare to a screen. Issues like teenagers losing sleep or struggling with body image would start to fade as that always-on pressure goes away. Kids would finally enter the digital world when they are mature enough to spot a lie and stay away from people who are trying to hurt them. We've seen today how starting too early is hurting our kids, and how age limits can act as a shield for a brain that is still growing. I'm asking all of you to stand behind the laws that require real age checks and hold these tech companies responsible for what is happening to minors. It's time that we start caring more about how a child's brain develops than how many clicks a social media company can get. Because again, you wouldn't hand your keys to your 12-year-old and just let them go out into the world. So we should not be allowing our kids to have free access to social media.